A little over a year ago, we bought this vandalized RV right here. In fact, you'll note that still kind of vandalized on the outside. Today I'm gonna let you know if that was a good idea and if you should buy an RV. Lila's busy helping my son-in-law shoot a wedding, so I'm gonna be direct. We were living in Southern California and life was pretty good, but it was kind of like Groundhog Day every day. So we wanted a significant change. We thought, hey, let's get an RV and travel the country for months and months and months. Lila wanted to get a broken, vandalized RV because she wanted to make it into a tiny house.
Oh, why?
And I was like, I didn't really want to work on an RV, didn't want to fix an RV. I'm gonna want to have a shop fix it, and she's gonna want to fix it herself. But hey, I had a wife willing to travel the country in an RV for months, so, you know, I gave in.
Oh, you are such a wuss.
Now, she told me she'd figure it out and take care of the renovation part somehow, but although she did a lot, I ended up doing an awful lot of what you see in here for a long time, but we came out pretty great. In fact, we've got a video about that full renovation right up there. You can check it after you watch this one. Here's the reality. When we got this RV and started working on it to renovate it, it was all consuming. I could not even imagine having a normal day where I didn't have to just get up and start grinding on fixing something. The thought of like walking to a normal house and like sitting down at 5 or 6 o'clock to eat dinner and watch TV is like, that was like beyond my imagination. We eventually did get to the point after, I don't know, a couple months where it was actually livable and we started traveling the country, and it was pretty glorious, man. If you've never traveled the country for months or even weeks at a time.
What are you waiting for?
But here's the thing, if you have an RV, the work is never done. We gutted pretty much this entire thing, but there's always something like here's something right here. This light bulb is loose here. I don't know why, nor do I know how to fix it. That air conditioning unit still works, but guess what? The one over here, yeah, that doesn't work anymore. And neither does the one back there in the toy hauler. So that's gonna be like what? Probably like $2,500.
No big deal.
See that screen? Looks pretty nice, right? We replaced pretty much all the screens in the whole RV, but when you travel with dogs, yeah.
Okay, I hate dogs.
There's a little project. Lila's been gracious enough to buy the screen repair kit, so guess I better get on that. I feel like we just replaced these a few months ago, but it looks like they're already about ready for replacement. That's connected to a really fancy audio system, and guess what? I still haven't bought the fancy audio component that goes there to hook all that stuff up, even though we did replace all the speakers in the whole RV, which we've never used. Pretty cool bedside light, right? Had the same one on this side, but because an RV is a rolling earthquake, that one just broke off. Gotta buy a new one. Don't see a lot of RVs with like really nice curtains like this. The other day I stepped on it, whole rod came down. Just had to put that back up the other day. So yeah, having an RV is kind of a pain. And having a vandalized RV that you mostly fixed is even more of a pain, but is it worth it? Yeah, it's totally worth it. We spent most of the year traveling in this thing, and now when we're not traveling, we're living in this forest right here. This is literally our view every day when we're not on the road, and it never gets old. We don't miss living in a tract house in Southern California at all. The world has become open to us. And getting an RV, even though it's vandalized, may be one of the best decisions we've made for our family ever. Because we have an RV, we now travel a lot. Way more than we ever have in our lives, and way more than we would have if we didn't have the RV. In fact, last week I just got back from Peru, and no, I didn't take the RV. That would have been a really, really long drive. And a few days later, Lila and I, for our 25th wedding anniversary, yeah, 20. Have you ever been married to somebody for 25 years? Post in the comments below if you've been married for 25 years or more, or if you think you could do it. We took the RV to a place called Newport Beach in Oregon and stayed at a beautiful RV park there for like 35 bucks a night. It was a state park and it was gorgeous. Like, I just got back from the jungles in the Amazon, and the hike around the RV park was comparable to the Amazonian jungle. Just lush and beautiful. I'm literally like, Leela, it's like Winnie the Pooh's house. Leela, that could be where Tinkerbell lives. It was just gorgeous. There is so much available to you. We opened at the back of the RV and this is what it looked like. You don't get that just going in hotels. You are like, you're living in it in an RV. It's just... Now this may sound a little sappy, but I just gotta say it. We've been married for 25 years now, and literally our marriage has never been better than it is right now, today. No, it's not because of the RV, but sure makes it nice. For Leela and I, our favorite place in the world is the beach. And we were at these really cute beach towns over the last 4 or 5 days there in Newport and around there. And we thought, yeah, if we ever moved out of the forest, it would be awesome to live by the beach. But I thought, the beach towns are small and they're really cool to visit. And it's kind of cooler just to visit them and have access to all of them. And then just kind of have maybe a home base in a forest like this. And that's literally the beauty of having an RV, is the entire world can become your home. And our favorite thing about traveling is the people you meet. You meet the coolest people in the world. In fact, we had a really hard time backing into our site with that 38-foot rig in the dually. And some guy's like, hey, let me help you. So literally had Leela in the back and this guy in front just guiding me like 1 inch at a time. I'm this far from hitting trees and fire pits and stuff. But people are just insanely cool. Would I get a vandalized RV again? I mean, look, here's the outside that door, drives me nuts. Still vandalized. Heck no, I would never get a vandalized RV again. It's way too much freaking work. This one's great, Leah did a great job, but I wouldn't go through the process. Would I get an RV again? Oh, 100%. The plan is to take this one to Mexico, to Puerto Peñasco, and have it wrapped there, hopefully before the end of the year. If you'd like to see our journey to Mexico, watching us get this thing wrapped and see how it comes out, Leela's got some ideas for it. Post in the comments below if you want to see that. So here's the question, should you get an RV? Yeah, probably. If you like to travel and see the world, you probably should get an RV. When we were raising our 6 children, we tent camped like crazy. I slept on the ground a lot, slept in sleeping bags, and it was awesome for raising a family. Currently, I'm done sleeping on the ground. Don't need to do that anymore. This makes travel a dream. And should you get a travel trailer, a Class A, a Class C, toy hauler, it depends on you. But for us, getting a toy hauler that is a 5th wheel was the perfect decision. Originally, I wanted to get a Class A because I wanted to be able to, sleep and work and eat while maybe Leela was driving and vice versa. But it turns out that having a 5th wheel attached to a truck is way better ultimately. Number one, you probably don't want to be moving around the back of a Class A while you're traveling, and better to be in a seat with a seatbelt. And number two, once you get to a destination with a 5th wheel or a travel trailer, you detach the truck and you got a vehicle to go into town, which we do all the time. It is super helpful. And as far as a toy hauler, this is awesome because this back room can be anything. For us, it's an office. We pull the back down and we can see the world. It just makes it just mystical and magical. So would we recommend a 5th wheel toy hauler? Yeah, totally. Why should you get an RV? Because you can travel anywhere, anytime, no travel agent, no permission from anybody. You just get in the thing and you can go and see the world.
Freedom!
Yeah, you've got to drive there, but there are unlimited destinations for you to hit no matter where you may be based. You can literally wake up one morning and go, hey honey, let's go to the beach for 3 days and leave right now. In an hour, you're gone. Number two, the journey is the destination. When you're in an RV and you see something cool, you want to stop somewhere, you just stop. I mean, literally on our way back from Newport Beach yesterday, we were traveling along the coast. We took the scenic route and we just stopped to see cool stuff. And then later it's like, Leela, let's take a nap. And we pulled to the side of the road next to the ocean with a view overlooking the ocean that you just can't get. and we slept in the RV and hung out at the beach for like 4 hours. We're enjoying the journey. You gotta learn to enjoy every moment. Number 3, everything you need is right there with you. Just keep a set of clothes and some essentials and some non-perishable food in the RV, and within, a half hour you can be ready to rock it at any time. I can't tell you how cool it is to be traveling down the road. You have to go to the bathroom, you just pull over and you got your own bathroom. You're hungry, you pull over, you got an entire kitchen. Want to take a nap, you got a comfortable bed. And yes, we replaced the RV bed with a real bed in there, a nice queen size bed, and it's amazing to have your own stuff wherever you are. Number 4, if you have an RV, you will travel more. It doesn't mean you're limited to just traveling in your RV like I used to think. I just got back from Peru last week, and then we immediately jump in the RV and go travel for another 4 or 5 days up the coast of Oregon. And you don't need anything fancy. They make something pretty much for every budget. Get something a little older, smaller, whatever. It doesn't matter. The RV is not the point. Seeing the world is the point, and having an RV will allow you to do that more frequently, more inexpensively, and it's going to enhance your life experience. Just do me a favor, stop waiting for the best time, the best deal, the best RV, the perfect point in your life when X has happened or Y has happened. Just do something a little crazy. Go buy a simple, inexpensive RV and start traveling by next week. Post in the comments below that you're gonna do that. Somebody tell me in the comments below that you are now going to get an RV and start seeing the world. I want you to do that. It's my mission in life to help people to live and to enjoy life now and to stop putting it off. To see our fully renovated inside of our RV, how that thing went, click on that video right there. Hit subscribe so you stay current on all of our adventures. We can't wait to share our adventures with you.